tell the truth. They think the machine never break. Sometimes the battery hit red. I ain't stopping, I'm just rebooting. Why the bounce back? Go! Go! Eyes heavy like I'm lifting weight with my eyelid. Brain foggy, feeling like I'm stranded on an island. Coffee pot empty and the energy is silent. Fighting with the demons in my head, getting violent. Staring at the screen, but the progress isn't moving. Spinning on the wheels, tell me what am I proving? Body aching, back breaking, losing all the grooving. Every single step feels like I'm just losing. Working 24, but the needle barely nudging. Feel like I'm a hammer, but the wall isn't budging. Burn on creepy, yeah, the shadow is a trudging. Doubters on the sideline, yeah, they always judging. Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hypertension? Did I make the turn? Did I lose the dimension? Need a little break, need a little intervention. Before I crash out and I lose the retention. When I'm feeling fried, sucker to your sizzling. Vision getting blurry and the rain start drizzling. Muscle feeling heavy, motor vision and fizzling. Waiting for the steak, but I don't hear the sizzling. But I can't quit, now I came to the flag. Even when I'm dragging and I'm feeling like a rag. Got too many gold packed inside the bag. Gotta push through even when I hit the lag. Just need a minute, just need to close the blinds. Disconnect the server, disconnect the lines. Let the head down, let the body unwind. So I can wake up and get back on the grind. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Told her high for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My job is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. They sitting in the stands with a popcorn ready. Praying that my knees buckle, hoping I ain't steady. Wanna see the downfall, wanna see it messy. Wanna see me crash like a stolen Chevy. I see the side eyes, hear the whispers in the dark. Waiting for the flame to extinguish the spark. They wanna see the dog loot a bite in the bark. But I'm a gray white swimming like a shark. If I quit now, man, I win the whole game. If I slow down, they gon' tarnish the name. Gotta feed the fire, gotta feed the flame. Satisfaction that they seek is a damn shame. I ain't gon' give it to them, never gon' fold. Story of my fair is a story never told. My desire to win is worth my goal. Bigger than the hate that they tryna hold. So I take a rest, yeah, I hit the pillow hard. Reboot the system, put the ace front of car. Keep the haters locked out, standing in the yard. While I recharge the battery and lower down the guard. Just for an hour, let the new runs reset. Wake up cleaner than I ever been yet. Ready for the war, ready for the threat. Gonna make them pay every single little debt. They want me to crumble, they want me to crack. But I bounce back like a rubber on the track. Sleep is the weapon, get the mind intact. Then I hit the gas, never looking back. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Close the eyes for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. Okay, I'm up now, white to cross the eye. Looking in the mirror, no more disguise. Demon on my shoulder, yeah, he finally died. Energy is peaking, reaching for the sky. Thought I was dumb and you must be crazy. Thought the burnout meant that I was getting lazy. Vision was blurry, now it ain't hazy. Pushing up Daisy, now I'm pushing Mercedes. Word didn't change, but the mind stay with flip. Got a new Mac and I put in a clip. Haters looking sick, yeah, they starting to trip. Watching me and sin while they sinking in the ship. Progress was slow, now I'm moving like speed. Planting whole force when I planted the seed. Satisfy the want, satisfy the need. Made the competition turn around and bleed. I do this for the win, I don't do it for the likes. Coming up the mountain while you riding on trikes. Heading for the top, yeah, I'm planning the strikes. Running up the score, yeah, I'm racking up strikes. Turning the engine, failure's not an option. Turning every obstacle into adoption of a new method. Yeah, I'm swapping and I'm copying. Only thinking these are records that I'm popping. Burnout was a lie, it was just a little test. Put a head down, got a little bit of rest. Now I'm back stronger, pounding on the chest. Put me to the trial and I asked the question. Yeah, I'm wide awake now. You shouldn't have blinked. I can let them see me lose. My drive is bigger, be ahead, be bigger than hate. Back, better work, 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 better work. Let's get it. Okay.
Welcome. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully our internet is playing fair with us today. I am Techo Trout. We are engineered to win. Looks like we're doing good. It is Thursday. Yes, Thursday. July 23rd, 2026. Whew. We're almost at the 7 days left for the month of July. Can you believe that? How has your July been? How has the first month of the second half of the year of 2026 been for you? For me, it is going absolutely amazing. The only thing guaranteed in life, the only thing consistent in life is change. There is always change happening in all of our lives, and I'm for it. I'm with it. You don't know what tomorrow brings, but the question is, how are you going to adjust? One of my favorite people say, life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you respond to it. And that is so true, because bad things can happen, but they're less bad based on how you approach it, based on how you react to it. So I'm definitely with it. I am excited for the second half of the year. Let's get it. Let's win. Things are changing. People are changing. Seasons are changing. We just adapt and adjust. We adapt and we certainly adjust. So that's my goal. And I hope you guys are on that same journey, that same path, all right? Before we get into the show, we are going to jump into an icebreaker, and I don't know all the details of this icebreaker yet, but initial 2 seconds that I saw, it really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. You know what? I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to dive into it, all right? So apparently a man slaps another fan for not standing, right? I don't know the details, but I don't like it already. Let's see what's going on here. I can find my mouse. There we go.
The old timer who slapped.
I don't even care. I'm done. I don't even care. That was enough for me. Did you guys just see that? He whacked that person across the head. And is he gonna be? Oh, hold on. Let's try it again.
The old timer.
Okay, so what I hear right now, is a Star Spangled Banner. That young man in the white shirt did not stand up, and that person standing up, the quote unquote old timer, slaps him in the back of the head. Just watch it.
The old timer.
All right, I'm sorry. I keep stopping. I cannot get over this. You can hear the actual slap as well. Bro, what the literal... Okay, I'm going to let it play this time for real.
The old timer who slapped a young baseball fan for not standing for the national anthem is speaking out today exclusively to Inside Edition. It happened at a Cubs game in Chicago. Bob Chavez, a Vietnam vet, chastised the young dude sitting in front of him.
I was telling him, please stand up, have some respect.
And when he stays seated, boom, Chavez smacks him on the back of the head. The guy looks stunned, but he stands. Other fans speak up in his defense, but Chavez is unrepentant. He snarls back at them. Now social media is lighting up with both praise and condemnation. Absolute Patriot goes one comment, Grandpa knocks him.
Bro, I'm sorry. If you can talk to me, you can talk to somebody, whatever. If you put your hands on me, we have a serious problem. Bro, what the? And people commending this? People are oh my God. I am riled up inside right now. I am riled up right now. Like, I am so mad. Like, look, I love America. I love the Star Spangled Banner. I love all that stuff. But do not touch me. If you disagree with me, if I'm not doing what you think is right, and you want to put your hands on me, I can't. Woosa. Junior, did you see that? Oh my God. I am. Okay, breathe. TCR breathe.
Sense into him goes another, but then there's this. That's assault. As much as I agree with the older gentleman, we don't hit other people.
Maybe it could have been like a, hey, bud, stand up kind of situation.
When you look back at the video, the clip that it does show, and you see yourself hitting that kid, do you wish in any way you could take it back?
Oh, yes, definitely. I wish I could. Because, even though I fought in Vietnam and I had buddies killed, we fight for the rights of the people, and that's one of his rights. Then later on, during the game, next thing you know, he's buying me a beer. We talked. We shook hands. I overreacted. I could have handled it better. I wish I would have. But my feelings are still the same. People should stand.
Bro. Control your feelings. No, it ain't there, Junior. There is no bright side to this story. There is no bright side to the story. Look, that is a part of freedom in America. I understand. You're a patriot. You fought in Vietnam. You want to stand? By all means, go for it. if you wanna nudge, like maybe I'm sitting there and I forgot, and you wanna tap me on the shoulder. Hey, you know the national anthem's going on. Do you mind standing? Cool. If they don't stand, cool. That is their freedom. That is their right. But if you are gonna slap, oh boy. And the thing is, the young man in the white shirt, I think he handled it appropriately because he could have turned around and just stole on that dude. But that's an old gentleman who doesn't know how to, who is controlled by his emotions, putting his hands on another human being. And now, as an old Vietnam vet, if you get your butt whooped, now it's the fault of the young guy because he was not patriotic. How could you hit a veteran? Did you not see the guy just slap him across the head? Woo, boy. You know what? Gotta run it. We gotta run it back. Hold up. Did you guys see that? Oh my God. I can't. Give me a second. Did you hear the? You could hear the slap. You could hear the slap.
The old timer.
And it hurt too because you see how he crunched his head. I am so mad. I am so mad right now. Like I didn't watch his whole video. Like I saw it, but I didn't get the.
The old timer who slapped a young baseball fan for not standing for the national anthem is speaking out today exclusively to Inside Edition. It happened at a Cubs game in Chicago. Bob Chavez, a Vietnam vet, chastised the young dude sitting in front of him.
I was telling him, please stand up, have some respect.
And when he stays seated.
So have some respect, and then you disrespect them in the worst. I would rather you swing on me to my face than to slap me in the back of the head. Boy. Oof. I can't. I might have to turn this into a GIF on this channel. Cause that is wild. That is wild.
Boom! Chavez smacks him on the back of the head. The guy looks stunned, but he stands. Other fans speak up in his.
Cause he was embarrassed. He was like, I'm sure in his mind he's thinking, did this mother just slap me in the back of my head? And he's like, I don't want to be banned from Cubs games forever. All right. You got this one. You got this one, old geezer. I got you.
His defense, but Chavez is unrepentant. He snarls back at them. Now social media is lighting up with both praise and condemnation. Absolutely.
And the people who are praising him, they're idiots.
Patriot go.
That is not patriotism. Patriotism is not slapping somebody upside the head because they don't do what you want them to do. I don't care what it is. If you are not defending yourself, you do not put your hands on someone else. Period. If you're not defending a loved one, you don't put your hand on somebody else. And if this guy's a total stranger, you just slap him across his head. He's a much nicer person than I am. He is a much nicer person than I am. And that's why I don't be outside like that. Because you are not going to slap me upside the head. It is absolutely assault.
Goes one comment, Grandpa knocks some sense into him, goes.
It ain't my grandpa. That is not my grandpa. So this not my grandpa does not have the right to put his hands on me. You got the wrong one.
Another, but then there's this. That's assault. As much
Facts.
as I agree with the older gentleman, we don't hit other people.
What is it that you're agreeing with? Like, I agree with him saying, hey, do you mind standing up for the Star Spangled Banner? I agree with that. I do not agree with him putting his hands on anybody. You can ask, but nobody has to live the way that you live. Hell no.
Maybe it could have been like a, hey, bud, stand up kind of situation.
When you look back at the video, the clip that it does show, and you see yourself hitting that kid, do you wish in any way you could take it back?
Oh, yes, definitely. I wish I could. Because, even though I fought in Vietnam and I had buddies killed, We fight for the rights of the people, and that's one of his rights. Then later on during the game, next thing you know, he's buying me a beer. We talked. We shook hands. I overreacted. I could have handled it
Sure
better.
did.
I wish I would have.
I wish you would have too.
My feelings are still the same.
I don't give a two flying about your feelings. I'm sorry. After you put your hands on me, I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your feelings after that. I'm just sorry.
People should stand.
Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna read the comments after we get through our introductions. But whew, I you know what? I think I'm ready for the show. I think I am ready for the show. I'm riled up. I'm ready to go. Let's get it. So, welcome everyone to the show. We have a great few topics tonight. The main topic is going to be OpenAI claims that their latest model went rogue and hacked a competitor. Wild stuff, y'all. Wild stuff. We're going to be reviewing what do you call it? We're going to be reviewing Google. So I made a video about Google moving down to Miami. Google is moving to Miami. And we're going to be talking about humanoid robots. Are they going to be really taking over jobs? And what is the last one? It's another one about Google. Oh, Google, they released some new models as well. We're going to review that as well. They're supposed to be cheaper and combating OpenAI's 5.6, Anthropic's Fable and stuff like that. So we're going to be looking into that. That is our game plan for tonight. But before we get into any of that, just wanted to say a big thank you and welcome to everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel. I really appreciate all of you guys giving me feedback. The video that I released yesterday was from one of the comments asking about how do data centers and water and energy work. So I really appreciate you guys. Whenever you guys give me, like, you have a question, you give me some insight, I jump on it and I said, you know what, let me put this video out for you. So thank you so much. Shout out to my tech barbarians. I just had a coaching call. The reason I started the show a little bit later today because I had a coaching call right up until the time of the show. So we were brainstorming, sharing ideas, helping each other out. So I always loved it. And I had one yesterday as well. Seeing each other grow, it is such a positive experience. We have an amazing Vibe Code and Chill coming up. I have so many things to share with you guys. I know Life Lessons has a lot to share with you guys. Junior has a lot to share with you guys. Tiffany has a lot to share with you guys. Gabriel has a lot to share with you guys. Everyone has so many things to share, and it's so many good things, so many good strategies, so much good collaboration happening. So join us for Vibe Code and Chill. Come see what we're working on, and you're gonna have a great time. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. So shout out to the Tech Barbarians. We are the very best, and shout out to the Tech Mercenaries. The YouTube channel members. I am in a mercenary mindset. A lot of times we want to fight for what we believe is right, but a lot of times what we believe is right actually has no impact, no value on the bigger picture. We just have this feeling like this is how it should be. And I'm like, you know what? If this thing doesn't have that much impact and they're saying, oh, we want you to do this, I'm like, cool. I'll get it out of the way so I can continue to focus on my things, right? That, to me, that is the mercenary mindset. Fight for what is valuable. And stick to and just get rid of the stuff that you might personally not feel valuable, but other people are passionate about it. Get it out the way, and now do your own things. Fight for your own things. All right. So that's how I see it. To me, that is the mercenary mindset. I'll be talking about it more at Vibe Code and Chill. Maybe a video, maybe a candid conversation. But that is what I'm on right now. The mercenary mindset. Just execute. All right. So shout out to everyone. Tomorrow we do have the bug bite. We're going to be talking about Apple suing OpenAI. Like I said yesterday, we released a video about data centers, how data centers are using water and energy and stuff like that, the whole loop behind that. So you definitely want to check that out if you're interested. And then, like I said, Saturday, Vibe Code and Chill. And Sunday, we're going to be back live again. All right. So that is our game plan for the next few days. I'm going to schedule the Vibe Code and Chill as soon as we're done with the show. And we go from there. All right. Let me see. All right, let me get to the chat real quick, and then we're gonna get into our first topic. We got my guy Junior Largy in the building. What up, Junior? What's going on with you? Junior says, look on the bright side. Discipline still works. Now, oh my God. These headphones just be making this noise. I don't know what's up with these headphones. They just be starting ringing and stuff. He says, now, if the guy punched him in the face, he would have been wrong. Shake it. Right? Woo. And he would probably got banned from all future games. So he played it smart. He says, good thing he didn't hit him back. Could have sent the old man to the grave if he hit him back. Anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. The young guy did good. He kept his composure. Says you might want to stop watching the video before your pressure goes. Boy, dude, I was hot. I'm like, what is going on over here? This is wild. He says, when he clearly stated he went to the war to defend his rights to sit down. Oh, the irony. And you know what? He's like, as a probably 60s, probably in the 60s, 70s, he let his emotion get the best of him. I'm like, you should be able to control your emotions. It's wild. He agrees with him saying he should have stand up, but don't agree with him putting his hands on him. I'm with that. I'm like, hey, do you can you stand up for the anthem or for the Star Spangled Banner? Like, sure, but hitting and the slap was so hard you could actually hear it. Tap me on the shoulder, we're cool. Slap me upside the head, Houston, we have a problem. All right, I'm just saying. We got life lessons in the building. What up, life lessons? How is it going? He says, what? Man, if anyone put hands on me, I'm seeing red. And then look, I agree with you. You see red for a split second, but then keep your emotions under check. Do not put yourself in a position of being in deeper trouble. I would be super hot. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm calling the police. No, because you're not going to hit somebody else across the head. And I'm gonna press charges. Ain't no, oh, he bought me a beer later and it was all fun and games. Look, you put your hands on me. If you put your hands on me, you violated my rights as an American. If you hit me, you have violated my rights as an American. And you want to know what? Let me tell you this. Hold up. Where it's at?
Homie, don't play that.
Homie, don't play that. Nope. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Sorry. Nope. Life says, wow, I didn't know Google was moving to Miami. Get ready for home prices skyrocket in the Miami area. Same thing happened in Durham and 2 years ago, right after they announced the move. I think they are. So we're going to get into it, but I think that they are expanding some offices over there and stuff like that. But I don't think they're doing like a full move, right? So they're probably still going to be in California and stuff like that. I don't think it's a full move, but we're gonna get into it because I don't know all the details yet. Let me see. Drew says, has viewership changed since going vertical only? It has. I am seeing a lot more viewership happening on the vertical streams. So we're still trying it. I think YouTube rescinded their feature where you're gonna do like the simultaneous live streams on like one live stream, but you have vertical and horizontal, because I don't even see that video on their creators page anymore. So they might have took it away, sadly. Life says, I hope I'm gonna try to make it to Vibe Code and Chill tomorrow. It's Saturday, not tomorrow, but Saturday. But I am traveling this weekend, so we will see what happens. If you can make it, great. If not, next time, right? And honestly, if you can't present, but you can join us by phone, while you're traveling, whatever you can. If you can make it even better, if you can join us by phone, just listen in, whatever it is, We just want you there. We just want your insight. We just want your feedback. We just want your presence. That's all. That's all. Legend says, imagine if that was a black guy and hit him, that scene would have played out in a completely different way. You are not lying at all. They are wilding over there. Not happening. Legend says, I can definitely join by phone. Definitely will see you there. I mean, I'll tell you the truth, right? The weekend that I was driving up to Orlando, I was in the car. And I had one of my tech barbarians host the session, and they ran it, and they did a great job. And I was in the car. I was participating. It started raining while I was driving, so I pulled over on the turnpike. Life Lessons knows the turnpike. I pulled over on the turnpike at a rest area, at the service plaza, whatever they call it, and I just parked. So the rain can go down, and I just was like part of the call for my phone, and it went great. So whatever you're doing, just listen in and hang out with us. We're just having a good time. And he says, if he doesn't make it, slap him upside the head. Nope, ain't Junior.
Do not come.
We're not doing that. Oh my goodness, you guys are crazy. All right, let's jump into our first topic of tonight. Let's go over to. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Google Miami move, right? So, disclosure: I took the article, I ran it through Gemini notebook. Life Lessons hasn't seen me do this yet. We started experimenting with this on Sunday. Took the article, ran it through Google Notebook, had it made a video. We're going to play the video. We're going to review it, all right? So like I said, I upload this video to my Tech Coach Ralph Labs channel. And let's get to it. So Google, they're doing some Miami type stuff. They're looking to move to Miami, all of that good stuff. So let's find out. I mean, as a Floridian, I know house prices might skyrocket as Life Lesson said, but I love the fact that the tech hub is moving to South Florida. Got the guy? No. What? Hold up. Give me a second. Is that the right one? Let me see. I guess that is the right one. Who is that guy? Let's find out.
The concentration of personal wealth among Silicon Valley's elite class currently rivals the gross domestic product of entire nations. Between Alphabet co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin, their combined net worth exceeds $573 billion. But keeping that much capital inside their home state of California is getting increasingly difficult. The state has been preparing a ballot referendum designed specifically to tax the assets of the ultra-rich. When governments target billion-dollar fortunes with new levies, the easiest financial defense is simply to move the money out of the jurisdiction. Aggressive tax policies create an economic vacuum, turning state borders into the primary factor dictating where tech elites choose to park their fortunes. Right now, for these ultra-wealthy individuals, the premier destination on the other side of the country is Florida. The first phase of this capital flight is entirely personal. Tech moguls are writing massive checks for record-breaking residential properties. In March, Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg spent $170 million on a property in a highly exclusive private island community.
It's probably Star Island, where Rick Ross has a house, and I think Shaq had a house over there. But you want to know? All right. I know we're going to sidetrack a little bit, right? 20 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever, they were saying that Florida would be underwater in 5 years. And a lot of it came from these tech elites, right? These tech execs. And now they're moving to Miami, buying these houses and everything like that. Probably going to be moving parts of the company. Probably have an office, and maybe they register their main location in Florida because there's no state taxes, and we are business friendly. And I always wondered why did a lot of the companies not move their tech stuff to Florida? But we're getting there, and that gives us more opportunity as well.
Palantir CEO Alex Karp quietly secured his own home in Miami Beach late last year. Larry Page amassed $188 million in local real estate, highlighted by a flagship estate in the Coconut Grove neighborhood. Sergey Brin quickly followed suit, buying a $51 million waterfront property over in Miami Beach. These multi-million-dollar estates serve a specific financial purpose. They act as physical tax shields, strategically positioned to keep personal wealth out of California's reach. In several high-profile cases, corporate infrastructure has begun to trail the migration of its owners. Shortly after Alex Karp bought his Miami Beach home, Palantir moved its entire corporate headquarters to the area.
I did not know that. I did not know that Palantir moved to South Florida?
Alphabet is currently making its own quiet expansion right in the middle of Miami's financial district. Alphabet quadrupled its Miami footprint, expanding a 10,000 square foot office to 45,000 square feet. This expansion followed the founder's residential purchases. Zooming out, Miami is tiny compared to Mountain View's 10 million square feet, but the trend is clear. A maneuver initially designed to shield personal fortunes is evolving into a localized corporate growth engine, physically pulling tech jobs away from the West Coast. For the communities on the receiving end of this migration, the arrival of tech money creates a complex economic reality. States like Florida are actively capturing the business operations, jobs, and economic momentum that previously defaulted to Silicon Valley. Yet the sudden influx of ultra-wealthy residents creates immediate friction at the local level. This graph tracks Miami's real estate market alongside the timeline of these tech arrivals, showing a steep rise in home prices that is altering the local cost of living. The tax-avoidance strategy bringing coveted corporate jobs to the region is simultaneously driving a local affordability crisis. The geography of American tech innovation is increasingly dictated by the push and pull of state tax policy.
So, I, as a Floridian for like almost all of my life, right? I like it. I love competition. Like we spoke about this the other day, with the Broward schools, trying to poach students from Miami schools, trying to poach students from West Palm. I love competition. All right. And the fact that these states are competing with each other, you are not, and because previously, like when the federal government was putting down the hammer on these companies, they said, you know what, we're just gonna take our business overseas, or south of the border, north of the border, wherever, right? We're gonna take it somewhere else. So I like the fact that Florida's like, you know what, we are going to make this a business friendly environment for you. So if you want to come in here, you want to go to Miami, you want to go to Orlando, you want to go to Gainesville, you want to go to Tallahassee, you guys want to build stuff, go ahead and build it. Like get people to move to our state. If you're coming from other states, keep your politics over there. Come to Florida without your politics. All right. And I love the competition. I love that these tech CEOs are finding value inside of the state of Florida. And I just see that, I see right here that Palantir officially relocated its headquarters from Denver, Colorado to Miami, Florida. They're in Aventura. Hold on. Let's see over here real quick. So Palantir is, according to SEC filing, the company's new principal executive office located at 1905 Biscayne Boulevard, Suite 2350 in Aventura. I know exactly where that is. I grew up in that neighborhood. So that is interesting. The sudden move makes Palantir Florida's most valuable public company. And they have Casper Sky. Is that what the name of it? The Casper Sky, I think it's like cybersecurity company or something like that. The software and AI giant announced the move in a brief statement on X, February 17, 2026, though it did not publicly disclose the exact rationale. Tax and business climate, prior departure, Colorado protests. In the years leading up to 2026 departure, Palantir's Denver headquarters faced sustained local protests and demonstrations from activists, right? Talk about a company killer, right? Activist, in part due to the company's government contracts and work with U.S. immigration and custom enforcement. Look, If you guys are, I'm gonna say this to all the states out there, to all the states. If you guys want to drive out the companies who are keeping your cities, your states alive, you want to drive them out to Florida, to Texas, to Nashville or to Tennessee, to all these places, to Georgia. I'm with it. You like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. Because you know what that brings? It brings opportunity for my friends to work for even bigger. And this is why I always advocate that you have to do the work, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen next week, next year. You don't know that Palantir is going to move its headquarters and probably have some other type of work here. You don't know that Google is going to be moving here. You don't know if you don't know if these major companies are going to be moving to a city near you. And you've done the work for the past years just for this moment, preparing just for this moment, for when they say, oh, you know what? I don't like how it's going in California. I don't like how it's going in New York. I don't like how it's going in Colorado. And now, you know what? We're moving to Florida. We're moving to Florida. And they get here and you're like, oh, let me go apply. Let me go apply for this company. You're right there. They need you. So that's how I see it. I love it. If they want to protest Google, protest Meta, protest data centers, I'm always going to be on the side of the companies unless they do something egregious. But I'm like, you are giving me the opportunity to like use your tools. That's one, to do my own things, but also like to have possible employment, to provide for my family, to provide for myself, to fund my lifestyle. Let me know your thoughts. If you are from California or New York, are you or Colorado, are you upset that these companies are abandoning you, or are you excited because you told them you didn't want them here? You told them you didn't want them here.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Are you excited about these companies leaving your states and coming to the beautiful, beautiful state of Florida? If I must say so myself, the beautiful state of Florida, beautiful beaches. We have Disneyland. We have the West Coast, the East Coast. We got the Panhandle. We got it all. We got the Keys. So you can go to work in the morning, right? In Miami, you can go to work in the morning. Let's say you get off at 4, make it down to the Keys, go fishing, go do whatever they do in the Keys, and make it back to work in time the next day and keep at it. You can go to the beach on your lunch break. And that is what we are offering outside of no state taxes. And we might end up getting no property taxes as well. We're offering you the opportunity for a career of a lifetime at one of these companies. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment below. Do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. Go to techcoach.dev. Join us for Vibe Coding Chill this Saturday. Join us for Scrum Night. Get access to Resume Flow, Tech Barbarians Coaching Portal, and the Speak Precisely app over at techcoach.dev. And join us in the Discord. The link is pinned in the description as well as in the top of the chat. Okay, let me go and check the chat to see what do you guys think about this, and then we will go from there. Let me see. Let's go back up. Let's see. Life Lesson says that's Alex Karp. Yeah, apparently it was the right video. I was just surprised that was who was on the thumbnail, but that is Alex Karp. You were right. So by the way, Life Lessons. What I did for this video, how I quote unquote generated the video. I took the article, I pasted it in Google Notebook, and then I said, create me a video on this topic. It read it, understood it, and made me that video. Didn't have to go read through a whole article. I just give my thoughts on the video, which summarizes that video or gives its opinion on that. Not its opinion, but gives a breakdown of the video, gives the sentiment of the video. So imagine that. I'm not surprised Google is moving. Florida, Texas, and North Carolina are the new hubs. They pay minimal taxes. And this unpopular opinion, I support anyone paying as minimal taxes as possible. I support. If companies could pay minimal taxes and then they use that to reinvest into their employees, giving bonuses, giving like maybe job development, whatever they want to. If they want to keep it, I'm with that too, because guess what? They worked for it. So whatever. Like I am always in favor of everybody, including the millionaires, the billionaires, and the trillionaires. I'm in favor of everybody keeping as much of their hard-earned money as possible. If you did not make hard-earned money, then you don't have much to keep to. But I'm in favor of everybody keeping their own money. That is just my take on it. All right. We got Kevin in the building. What up, Kevin? Are you live on anything else? And how often do you go? I am currently only live on YouTube verticals right now. I go live on Sundays, Tuesdays, and on Thursdays. Now, side note, I am debating because I might have some time opening up on Friday nights. Maybe not go live on Friday nights. I don't know yet. And I also have a vibe coding show. It's a Google Meetup streamed to the Patreon for free on every other Saturday. So you can meet us up over there as well. Tech With the Dev. But that is what we have going on. Let me see. He goes live Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I believe he's only live on YouTube. That is correct, Junior. Thank you so much. All right. I'm with it. I like I said, I am very, very patriotic. That's why I don't believe you should slap somebody upside the head for not standing up for what you believe that they should stand up for. I'm a full freedom person. Everyone has the freedom to do, like, if they want to stand up, if they don't want to stand up. If I am not hurting you, even only if it's your emotions, I'm cool with hurt feelings. I am not cool with physical harm. Do not slap me across the head ever. I don't like being touched. I don't even like people touching me. I get annoyed when people touch me for no reason. All right, so that's just me. That is just me. All right. Let's see. Junior said one thing with the vertical, no commercial. Really? I did not know that. No, I'm not getting my commercials. You know what? Let me see something. Is that true? No commercials? Let me see something. I get my commercials. Let me see. Am I really getting no commercials? Let me see something real quick. It's on. Weird. I didn't know that. Oh, Junior, we might have to go back to the. We might have to go back to the other one. I'm just saying. Monica says, be careful what you ask for. You know why California houses are so ridiculous, and even people working in Silicon Valley can't afford them. Look, my house is I already got my house. I'm just saying. No, but I would say I agree with you, but you know what? I do agree with you, but I'm gonna say at the same time, California has to be the worst state in the country, because the way that like they have rent control, they have giving people who shouldn't be in houses. I'm just saying. They have all types of these. They have the homeless problem that they enable. Their state is poorly ran, right? So I don't think it's necessarily Silicon Valley itself that makes the housing unaffordable. I think it's the poor management and houses are expensive down here too, to be honest with you, right? Because, and depending on what part of Florida that you're in South Florida, houses are pretty expensive. In Miami, really expensive. But there's also a lot of rich people that live down here. So it depends. It really depends. But you do raise a great point. Lurking as usual. Life is. I enjoy not paying state taxes. You know what? I cannot wait for us not to have property taxes. Oh my God. And people, like, I'll see on what is that app name? I think it's called the Neighborhood app or something like that. People are like, oh, vote to continue paying state taxes. Nothing. Vote to continue paying property taxes because it funds our whatever. I'm like, look. Listen, Linda. There is no chance in hell I will ever vote to pay more taxes. Figure it out. If the city, like, if you say, oh, you know, they use it to pay like the waste management and stuff like that. Look, if the city can't afford waste management, send me a bill. I will be more than happy to pay waste management for their stuff. If you want to include in the quote unquote property taxes, like, because you end up paying like X amount of money just for the land, right? So my understanding, I have to do some more research on this, right? But my understanding is you're still going to have to fund like the fire department and the schools and stuff like that, but you're not going to have to pay that, like, whatever the assessment on the property is. That's what I'm hoping, right? I have to read it some more, but there is no way. And they say, you know what? It's no property taxes at all. You don't get that bill. And I'm like, cool. Give me a bill for the fire department. Give me a bill for waste management or Republic Service, whatever they call it, and we'll go with that. We'll go with that. But I don't. And they give you a bill. You're like, hey, I'm paying this much for this. I'm paying this much for that. There's no way you're gonna get me to vote for paying taxes. Never in my life you'll ever get me to vote for who votes to pay for to pay more. Who votes to continue paying taxes? It ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. Magna says, me too. Shout out to Magnetar in the beautiful state of Nevada. So no state taxes in Nevada as well. Shout out to Nevada. Magna says, what up, Sif? Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Shout out to my guy, Magnetar. How is it going, Magnetar? Hopefully you are doing absolutely amazing. Let me see. Why did I just hear a Granger commercial? Where did you hear the Granger commercial? Was it here? Oh, maybe there are commercials. Maybe Junior got premium and doesn't even know it. Says, no, they don't do that in New York. I'm pretty sure, let me see. I thought some parts of California had rent control. Let me see. Does California have rent control? I'm pretty sure they do. Yes, California has. They have statewide rent control. I'm telling you, California is a wild state. Yes, California has statewide rent control under the California Tenant Protection Act, along local city control. And they're like, all right, if the state ain't enough, we got the city. If the city ain't enough, we have the county. I'm like, hell no. I don't know if I'll ever visit California. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want to travel the world. I want to go to this place and that place. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to England and Europe. And I'm like, look. I am American through and through. Not me, but our forefathers they fought their way out of those other countries to create this beautiful country. So I don't be having that desire like all these other people, right? I would rather visit all the states, and I was like, you know what? I want to visit the capital of every state. Most of them. Well, maybe not all of them. Because I don't see myself going to California or New York. I'm just being honest. I don't see it happening, right? But they have state rent control. They have local city rent control, county ordinance. Oh, you want to see it? I'll show you. Let's zoom in a little bit, right? Says statewide rent control capped at 5% plus local consumer price index CPI or flat 10%, whichever is lower. So you buy a property and they're telling you what you can do with it. Shout out to, what up, Andy? Shout out to you. Just cause evictions. Landlords must have a valid legal reason to evict tenants who have lived in a unit for 12 months or more. So that means I can't get you out of my property. Up and out. Hell no. That's why I don't get into real estate like that. Nope. Exemptions. Newer buildings constructed within the last 15 years on a rolling basis. Most single family homes, unless owned by a corporation. So if a corporation owns it, then you can't kick them out. Come on, man. local rent controls, city rules. Many local municipalities, almost sounded like Ben Crump there, such as Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Oakland have their own stricter rent control and tenant protection laws. Precedents. When a local city or county ordinance provides more protection to tenants than state laws, landlords must follow the local rules. Nope. Not for me.
Not come.
Ain't bruh. Ain't happening for me. I ain't with it. I am not with it. All right. Lifeline says, what did the five fingers say to the face slap? Cold-blooded. I'm Rick James. Says, huh? Do you have to already pay for city no, they give it to us as part, like, so at least in my city, which I think is most cities, you pay your like garbage and stuff like that, your waste management through the city. So they give you the cans and everything like that, recycling can, the garbage can, and then they do for my city, they do bulk trash pickup every Monday morning for my neighborhood. But if they say, you know what, you gotta pay, I don't know, $50 a month for us to pick up your garbage, I'd do that over paying like God knows how much for now. The next thing I need to figure out is the insurance, because that insurance be wild. Monica says, free me a federal, oi, from your fingertips to God ears, from your fingertips to, oh my God. I am just like allergic to taxes. I pay them because I don't want to go to jail, but like paying federal taxes just makes, I don't know which one I hate more. All right, poll. Which one is worse? Is this worse? I'm gonna show you. Let me show you this, right? Which one is worse, right? Is this worse?
The old time.
Is that worse than paying federal taxes? Or is federal taxes worse than that, right? Show you again. Which one is worse? The slap to the back of the head or
who
paying
slapped a
federal
young
taxes?
baseball fan for not standing for the national anthem is speaking out today. The old time.
Which one is worse? That slap to the back of the head or paying federal income taxes? I'm just wondering. Manager says the Granger commercial was playing as you were speaking. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where that came from. Monica says that must be new. Their rent is insane. I almost mosted there many years ago. You almost moved there many years. Gotcha. I like that. I've never been to California, not even for a layover. And I am not a traveler. I am a homebody. Let's see. Junior says, give me a slap any day of the week. Keep the taxes. That's where I was leaning. I was leaning for that too. Like, you know what? If you say never pay federal taxes again, get slapped in the back of the head, slap me up. Slap me up, Bobby. Slap me up. All right. I'm just saying. Says the slap was worse. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't know. That sounds like a fair trade-off. That sounds like a fair trade-off. Megan says, slap me and I'm breaking your... I hear you, but if it's a slap to never pay federal taxes, how many slaps do you want? That's my question. That's my response. How many slaps do you want? And now I know Magnetar is saying that the slap is worse because he's like, hey, if y'all don't pay out taxes, I can't give y'all super chat. If y'all don't pay out taxes, I can't give y'all super chats. All right, maybe I'll pay a little bit of taxes then. Maybe I'll pay a little bit of taxes. Oh my God, I'm just kidding. Life says, did y'all hear about the guy that chose to do a year in prison than to return $1 million a bank accidentally sent to his account? I'm not built for jail, but a 12-month stint knowing I'm gonna be a millionaire. But the thing is, right? He's gonna go to jail for a year. And he's gonna get out of jail. He's gonna blow the million in like a day because he didn't. Like if Floyd Mayweather can fumble billions of dollars, this guy going to jail for a year is gonna fumble $1 million in like a week. All right, so I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Nope. Says that's a difficult choice. It's not difficult for me. I'll tell you that. It's very, very easy for me. Like, you know what? Slap me up. Let's get it over with. No more federal taxes. All right. Megan says that's not. I'm just saying. Bank accidentally sent it. Should be too bad for. Look. I hear y'all, but they want their money back, all right? It's like, look, it was a mistake. I hear y'all. Says, wait, so he doesn't have to. That's a good question, right? Lefton says, and on Cali, I only visit Los Angeles once. So many encampments there, but I did check out the site where they shot the first Iron Man movie. And he says, I'll make the $1 million, keep the $1 million. I'm allergic to jail. Nope, not happening. I'll be like, yes, sir, no, sir. Oh, okay, I owe you this much. I remember back in the days when I was young, had some issue filing taxes, and they sent a letter that says, hey, you owe this much money. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, here's my payment plan. Boom, 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 boom. I am not arguing. I'm not going to protest. I'm not going to get a lawyer. You said I owe you this much money. Here's your money. No. Not happening. There is one government organization that you do not mess with, and it is not the CIA or the FBI. It is the IRS. You know what? Hold up. Didn't Trump want to dismantle the IRS? Is that a promise not kept yet? We have to get him on that. Like, hey, what's up with the IRS? I thought we were dismantling it. I'm cool with the Department of Education gone, but IRS, that should have been the first. That should have been. You see, y'all talking about, oh, I'm gonna resolve the Ukraine Russia since on day one. Oh, no new wars. Oh, Iran this, Iran that, Strait of Hormuz, all that stuff. Why is the IRS still here? Day one, promise not kept. All right. Why is IRS still here? Get them up out of here. We got Doge. Where out there? Where art thou, Doge? Where art thou? Why didn't you go and get rid of the IRS? Out of there. Gone. Day one. Get them out of there day one. All right? Just saying. I'm just saying. Let me see. Megan says, solitary confinement. Nope, not it. I don't even want that. People go crazy and say, nope. I do not want to go anywhere where they tell you to take off your clothes and spread them, right? Nah. It ain't happening. Let me take off my clothes when I want to take off my clothes, all right? Let me spread them when I want to spread them, all right? Ain't nobody telling me to take off my clothes and spread them. Ain't happening. Nope. And that's why that young man was smart not to retaliate after that slap to the back of the head. Because he ain't want to go out there in handcuffs. Someone telling him, take off your clothes, spread them. We have to search you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Max says, that's exactly, y'all do what y'all want. Nope. Ain't happening. Monica says, yeah, he did. So he wouldn't have to pay the taxes or get audited. I hear y'all, but yeah, solitary confinement. If I have to go, I'm not going for money though. Look, you got to do something crazy. Don't you have to do something crazy to get in solitary confinement? Because other than that, you're in Gen Pop. You're in Gen Pop, and you got to be with this gang and that gang fighting, and you just find yourself. It says Doge is disbanded. Hello. And you know what? If they did not get rid of the IRS, they should be disbanded, right? I'm just saying. If they not get rid of the IRS, they should be disbanded. You know, they're gonna come for you talking about. I just be talking trash. They know I love them, and whatever they need, I got them. They know we cool. If they need me, just hit me up. If they say, oh, you know, you owe this much, I got you. Like, we have no problems. I'm just talking trash. You know, I'm just a tech guy who's just talking trash on YouTube. Right? That's all. That is all. You know, we good. We good. Donald Trump. IRS, what's it, Steve Bessa? Is it Steve Bessa? Whatever the Treasury Secretary. I'm just kidding. Don't take me serious. All right. Love all y'all. All right. Just saying. There's no gen pop for me. I'm going up a guard's head on day one, just so they throw me in solitary confinement, and I wouldn't talk ish every day and I would talk ish every day just to piss them off. Pause. I should have said spread. Like it says, no, but no IRS. Who pays for ballrooms, bombs, and ICE? They got to figure that out somehow. They figure it out. How do they do it before the IRS? Right? Tariffs or something? I don't know. I just don't want to be the one liable for it, because if I can't. All right. Here's how I see it, Monica. If I can't get an itemized list of exactly where my tax dollars are going, I don't want it. If you tell me that, they take all my tax dollars and then they separate it across all 50 states, so they'll send it to Chicago, to New York, to wherever, and they're paying for stuff that I'm like, I don't really want to be paying for all of that. If I can't choose where my tax dollars go, then I don't want it, right? So, right, all right. So I have a solution. For the ballrooms, for the bombs, for the ICE, and for the legal migrants payment fund, whatever, just set up GoFundMe's or GoSendGos for each of them, right? So you do a GoSendGo or a GoFundMe or whatever, right? And you say, all right, so we need to raise money for the ballroom. Those who want to donate to the ballroom, this GoSendGo, right? Those who want to donate to ICE, you donate here. Those who want to donate to bombs, you go here. Those who want to donate to migrant whatever happening in whatever state, you go here. And now they have these little buckets that you can fund whatever you want to fund. And if they don't get the money for it, then it doesn't happen. Simple as that. That's my solution. All right. I say we have these crowdfunding sites. Maybe do a Kickstarter. I don't know. And you do it that way. Make your case, because a lot of like when you have these politicians arguing in Congress and stuff like that. It's given whatever. I've never donated to any of those things. All right, so because I don't trust them. But when you do it that way, let the better thing, because the better one wins. Because these politicians, they just be going after their own interests. They say they represent the people, but they go after their own interests, right? So that's how I see it. Says I'm 100% with you on that. Thank you. Says give, send, go. Whatever. Who cares? Just I don't care, because I ain't giving to none of them. Right? I'm just saying. I ain't giving to none of them. Says can't say B word on YouTube. Use things that go boom. So that reminds me of Meet the Parents, right? When he's in the plane and he's like, it's not like I said bomb. Like, yeah, but you can't say bomb at all on a plane. And it's like, but I said, it's not like I said it. Like, it's not like I have one. It's like, yeah, but you can't say it at all. that was such a funny, that was a funny scene. I'm just saying. And Monica, you don't have to edit a thing. You are perfect. You don't have to worry. I'm not worried about it. And if YouTube says, don't say that on YouTube. Don't say that. I mean, you can say the quote unquote the B word, but you can't say bomb. Like, come on, YouTube. Really, YouTube? Really? Are you serious?
Bueller.
I don't know. Anyways. Let's get into another topic. Let's get into another topic, y'all. Where are we? He's so silly. You're so all right. I'm not gonna say it. Let's say boom, 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 boom. I remember that scene. He kept. It was so funny. Oh, all right. Enough. Serious face. Okay. Next topic, y'all. Let's get into it. What is this? All right. Robots. We love robots. So agility robots. Where are we? There we go.
Welcome back. Well, the humanoid robot race heating up. One of the industry's biggest players is headed to Wall Street. Agility Robotics, the company behind humanoid robot Digit, preparing to go public through a SPAC with Churchill Capital Corp 11, valuing the company at about $2.5 billion. Now, the robot Digit already operates with customers in real-world environments, including Amazon, GXO, Toyota Canada, and Germany's Schaeffler. Joining me now is the CEO of Agility Robotics, Peggy Johnson. Peggy, great to see you.
Yeah, good morning, Maria.
Congratulations on this upcoming IPO, taking the company public. You'll be raising new money. What are the plans for that money? Why go public now?
Well, we have over $300 million in booked orders right now. We'd like to accelerate that. We have a large and growing pipeline of customers who need robots. They need a solution to their labor shortages.
So tell me about the robots and where they're filling the roles in this labor shortage.
Yeah, so the robots are humanoid, and they step into the dirty, very repetitive and sometimes dangerous jobs that are very hard to fill, lifting things over and over again, very injury prone. So they have been able to help companies keep their production levels and their output up in these areas where humans don't want the jobs.
So these are filling a need.
So I agree with that. However, you saw how those robots were you saw how that robot kicked the little kid the other day? Y'all remember that? How that robot kicked the little kid the other day? So I don't trust these humanoids all like that, you know, because when they go rogue, and then we're gonna talk about OpenAI's model going rogue as well. I don't know, because those are gonna be the models that are powering the those robots. So I'm not sure about that.
Where it's a dirty job, humans don't need, because you know the fear that robots are taking over our jobs. Companies across the world are racing to put robots in place in the workforce, and they're firing humans. So Digit already clocked more than 65,000 hours of operation across 9 states. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, so these are jobs that are unfilled. Humans generally don't want them. We have a retiring workforce in manufacturing. Young generations do not want these jobs, and we have reshoring going on, quite a bit of reshoring. That has created a gap of about 1 million jobs in the U.S., and it was only 500,000 a few years ago. The number is...
I have a question for you guys. Do you think it's fair for people to cry about there's no jobs, at the same time saying that they don't want the jobs that are available? If there is 1 million jobs open, would you just take the job to get experience and then move up from there? Or are you okay with the robots doing the job because, quote unquote, humans don't want it? I'm honestly of the mindset of I will take whatever job I need to take to get to do what I have to do. If you have no skills, if all you have is some useless college degree, how do you start to build experience? You say there's no entry level jobs, but you're not willing to take the available jobs. So much so that companies are spending millions of dollars buying robots to do the jobs that you could have been doing.
Growing.
That is great. I mean, that is rising numbers, and it certainly is enabling companies to do more. We're looking at a shot of one robot right now. Tell us what these robots look like in a practical way. Is it just a machine next to you, or are they increasingly trying to take on humanoid looks?
We say we are human-centric. We did not set out to build a facsimile of a human at all. We said, what is the job that needs to be done, and what type of device can fill that best? So, for instance, we don't have 5-finger hands. We have grippers that are the right tool for lifting heavy things over and over again.
That's incredible. These robots are designed to take on repetitive and physically demanding tasks in places like warehouses and manufacturing facilities. But of course, the criticism is that the rise of robots will displace human workers. And we also had, during our special AI week, which we're going to do another AI week in a couple of weeks, but we had Betsy Atkins, who's on the board of many companies, saying, look, sometimes these agentic AI, assistants will behave unpredictably.
And safety is a big part of this. Right now, all humanoids have to operate.
Agentic AI, assistants will behave unpredictably.
So I don't know if I was mute when I said, but here's I have a question. Maria said sometimes these AI agentic things will behave unpredictably, right? Who behaves more unpredictable? Humans or robots? Right? Are you following me here? If I put a prompt into Claude, into Gemini, into ChatGPT, into Codex, whatever, I'm not gonna get the same exact response every single time, but I'm gonna get the same concept, the same thought every single time. If you like, and Monica can vouch for this, if you write some type of automation flow, you should get the same results every single time. If you involve AI into it, you're gonna get the same model or you're not gonna get the same exact response, but you're gonna get a similar response every single time. So with that being said, I think, and this is why we have automation, because we want repetitive workflows. The reason that we moved away from a bunch of manual testing is because, well, number one, it takes a lot of time, it's really expensive, and humans forget to do things. Humans miss things. Humans slap other humans in the back of the head when they feel bad, when they're in their feelings. Do you think a robot would have slapped somebody in the back of the head for not standing up while the national anthem was being played? I don't think so. So I think it's an overstatement. How many times have you heard where some disgruntled employee, they get fired and then they come back and they cause havoc, or they were having a relationship with somebody on the job and things didn't go well and they go and cause havoc? How many times have you heard of people having affairs on the job and things go things go haywire? So I disagree with the fact that agentic AI can go wild, of course, but I don't think it goes any more. I don't. If you put it on a scale, like I would say humans have a 90% more chance of going wild and haywire than a robot does, because guess what? You can control the robot. You can have the app. You can do whatever. So, I mean, not to mention about the kid that got kicked in the stomach. That's a whole nother story, but that's how I see it.
Agentic AI, assistants will behave unpredictably.
And safety is a big part of this. Right now, all humanoids have to operate inside of a work cell at these facilities, cordoned off from humans, just like any other big, heavy automation. By the end of this year, though, Agility will have solved for bringing robots outside of the work cell so that they can walk through these facilities in a safe manner, though, and keeping humans safe as they come in close proximity.
So we're being kept safe for what specifically with the robot?
Well, they are large automated devices that have arms and limbs that are powerful enough to lift 50 pounds over and over again all day long for 3 shifts. So that type of device needs to be kept safe from humans. We will be able to walk in close proximity of humans by the end of this year through cooperative safety.
She just said that those robots, they work a lot harder than you. They're not crying about overtime and all this type of stuff. They said they work 3 shifts on a schedule. They're not complaining about, oh, I gotta go take a smoke break. How do they do it? They take the cigarette to get a cigarette out. They take like 10 smoke breaks. The smokers take like 10 smoke breaks a day. for like 10 to 15 minutes at a time. And it's like, oh, smoke break time. I'm like, dang, how many smoke breaks did they get? All right. I remember when I was working in tech support, you could get 2 15-minute breaks or 3 10-minute breaks, and the smokers always took the 3 10-minute breaks, right? I think it was a policy specifically for smokers, right? So they're saying that the robots are not lazy like you humans. That is what she said in a very, very nice way. That's why we build the robots. That's why I build the robots. Monica builds the robots. I got Junior building robots the way he built his photography website. Life Lessons building robots. Soon Magnetar's going to be building robots.
So what industries beyond warehouses and manufacturing do you believe companies will adopt robots
Fast
first?
food.
I mean, are there areas that you think are more ripe than others that is poised for robotics?
Yeah, any industries that are moving material, heavy material, about their facilities. I would say one that's really rising up are the automotive industry. They have a lot of this type of work. They can't find workers to step in and do this. It's generally a part of someone's job, a task that they have, the part they like the least. And so we see the automotives very interested.
Everybody's talking about AI. We're doing AI every single day. What is AI enabling in these robots today that wasn't possible a year ago?
Well, generally, robots need to learn their tasks. AI has supercharged that. We used to have an engineer write a program that directed where the robot would go. Now AI can help us teach the robot new skills very, very quickly, improve coordination and that sort of thing.
And how heavy is the robot? Are we talking about 100 pounds, 150 pounds?
Our robot's about 200 pounds.
200 pounds. Yeah. So that speaks to the safety issue.
Correct.
You're
thick
operating
robot
here with a 200-pound machine next to you with arms and legs doing all sorts of things.
Correct. Yeah. And that's why you have to be very careful.
And I'm glad you brought up the safety issue because that's critical there. Now, Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei published a memo back in June. He's doubling down on this warning that AI will produce labor market disruptions, saying they'll even be longer and bigger than people knew and certainly lasting longer than previous technological shifts. Peggy, your reaction to that, what are you expecting in terms of change in the workforce as a result of all of this?
Well, we see robots as a tool to augment humans and to give them more time to do higher value work rather than this very manual work. It's also going to open up a number of new jobs. They need to be monitored, they need to be maintained, and they need to be manufactured. All of
Did I not say that the other day? I say this over. I got so much smoke in a comment for saying this. Robots are going to need to be maintained, serviced, monitored. And it's like, no, that's not true. We're not going to be doing that. No, why don't you go and build robots? I'm like, I build robots every day. I build digital robots every single day. And I've never been more busy in my life, in my career. Right? She is 100% right.
That will require humans.
This is all really, we're looking at the industrial side of this, right?
And the problem with these AI CEOs, all they know is AI. They say, oh, it could do this, it could do that. But like people who are actually in the industry, like I use AI every day. I'm like, oh yeah, we definitely need, like, we're not going anywhere. Engineers, like, even when we're like trying to have it do more of our work so that we can work on other things, it's like we still have a lot of babysitting to do with it. So I'm not with it.
Right. I mean, but you know, the idea that all of us will want our own assistant, our own quote-unquote robot, is out there right now. And I wonder, what are the cost of these? I mean, if you wanted to buy your own assistant that is a machine that's with you doing these repetitive tasks, how much will that cost?
We offer robots as a service, so it's a monthly fee, and we offer it as a discount to fully burdened human labor. So
we got another one, RAAS, Robots as a Service.
Companies who adopt these see an ROI from day one if they could have found a human to take the role, and that's been the challenge.
So you're paying monthly for the service? It's not like you're not buying, because someone said to me the other day on the show, well, you'll be able to buy a robot for $40,000, like you'll buy a car for $50,000. Do you agree with that?
over time.
Over time.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. And the other question I had for you is, the president wants lots of manufacturing done now. I mean, he wants defense, he wants pharmaceuticals, he's asking corporate America to bring the supply chains. Can that only be done efficiently with robotics?
I believe so, because already there's an existential problem with lack of humans to fill the roles in manufacturing. As we onshore, the burden will only get higher, that will grow, and we'll need further automation, including robots.
What are you expecting in terms of reception from companies? Tell us about the booked orders that you mentioned earlier. Who's buying?
These are industrials that have these labor gaps, and they see it as a way to prevent their output from being impacted, their production. They want to ensure that they can continue to produce at the levels they are at right now, and they see a gap for themselves out there with not being able to find these workers.
Wow, this is a new world, Peggy. How did you get involved in this?
I've always loved hardware. And to me, it seems very much like the start of quite a disruptive new era for humans, but a good one, and that will be helping them out.
Well, they're calling it a re-industrial revolution, what we're seeing underway. What a moment in time. Peggy, thank you.
Thanks, Maria.
Great moment to be alive.
I love disruption. Here's why. Because all right, stop. All right, stop it. Before you're like, you love disruption. How dare you?
How dare you?
I love disruption because disruption and chaos brings opportunity. Chaos brings opportunity to bring order. If you have prepared for the moment, an MMA fighter, they will spend months and months and months in training camp, destroying their body, getting ready for competition, for fight. Just for like 25 minutes, if it's a 5-round fight, 15 minutes if it's a 3-round fight. You have to be ready for the moment. Be ready, right? You just be ready. Be ready to seize the opportunity, to seize the moment. So for me, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm preparing myself over and over and over again so that whatever happens, if Google moves to Miami, if Palantir moves to Miami, if whatever moves to South Florida, oh, this might be a good opportunity. So now, when I tell you guys, you know what, you got to start learning about AI, learning about robotics, learning about how to, like, all the, like, oh, no one's gonna, like, why don't you go do it? I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a heartbeat. But what about all the people who are gonna get displaced? Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It ain't my fault. What about the people that are going to be displaced? Oh, well, what about if you also work with me so that you're not affected by displacement? What about that? What about that? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. What do you think about that? What do you think about these humanoid robots doing these jobs in these factories, in these warehouses and stuff like that? Or are you going to take those jobs? Are you willing to do those jobs? Because the CEO said that there's about a million jobs openings that humans don't want to do, so companies are hiring robots to do it. What do you think about it? Are you willing to do it, or are you okay with the robots doing those jobs? Let me know your thoughts. Drop me a comment below. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know every time we go live and drop new content as well. Go to techcoachralph.dev. Join us for Vibe Code and Chill. Join us for our Scrum Nights. Get access to Resume Flow, the Speak Precisely app, and the Tech Barbarians coaching portal over at techcoachralph.dev. And join us in the Tech Coach Ralph Discord to have these type of conversations, get help with homework, with learning languages, share your thoughts, all of that good stuff in the Tech Coach Ralph Discord. The link is in the description. Okay, let's go and check the chat, see what's going on. What up, Rod Brown? What up, Rod Brown? Let me see. Life Lessons had to board a flight. Shout out to my guy, Life Lessons. my Florida brethren over there on the West Coast holding it down, the West Coast of Florida. Says Cyrax and Sector from Mortal Kombat. I don't even know. Fill me in, Magneton. What are we talking about? Let me see. Monica says using robots for this type of work is not new and not all companies can afford them. That's a fact. That is a fact. So there will be still places for people that want those jobs to get them. 100% true. 100% true. Not everybody can afford those robots. Says, I wish I could get one to pull the weeds in my yard. That is a fact. That is a fact. And have you seen those those lawnmower robots? There's actually a lot more setup to them than people think, because you have to put these barriers and dig them, and then they have to stay within it. And hopefully they don't get stuck, but hopefully they get better. I mean, I would love to see a humanoid robot pushing the lawnmower and stuff like that, so I could stop paying my lawn care people, but that's a whole nother story. Monica says, I think many could appreciate it more and see the value if we didn't have the less than desirable people currently heading these things. That's fair. That is fair as well. That is fair. We got my guy Rod Brown in the building. What up, Rod Brown?
Meep, meep.
And I want to say a special congratulations to my guy, Rod Brown, celebrating, how many years is it, Rod Brown? Is it 10 years or something like that? His anniversary with his lovely, lovely wife. We gave him a pass for not going live last night because he was celebrating his anniversary. Not that he couldn't have done it tonight or the night before, but that is a whole other story. That is a whole other story, right? Right, Junior? We're not going to hold him accountable for that. That is his anniversary. So shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. Monica says, I live in the desert. Where you live? Arizona or Nevada? And are there other deserts in the United States that I don't know about? But I'm guessing Arizona, maybe Nevada, maybe New Mexico. Where are you at, Monica? Where are you at? Says no grass, rocks, and weeds. Have to pull them by hand. Oof, that's rough. That is rough. All right, I think we're good. I think, all right, so let's jump into THE. Maybe there's another one coming after that. Okay. That's all right. Let's jump into the next one. I think we're on number 3. It's going to be about Google. They released some new models for Google. Let's go to. So we're gonna do. They delayed. This is one of the things I appreciate about Google, right? They delayed releasing some models and then they hit it with fire. All right. So let's go to. Gemini 3.5 Pro delayed.
Let's get right to our talk of the tape, the late day headline that has shares of Alphabet selling off. Mackenzie Sagalos is live in our San Francisco newsroom with those details. Mac.
So, Leslie, Alphabet shares taking that turn lower, now down nearly 4%, after Bloomberg reported that Google is months behind schedule on Gemini 3.5 Pro, its next flagship AI model. The company reportedly still working to improve the LLM, particularly its coding capabilities, after a recent change to the training data produced disappointing results. Now, the report says the delay is frustrating engineers, researchers, and managers inside of Google, with some worried the company is losing ground as OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta roll out stronger coding models. Now, part of the challenge is organizational. The report, citing 10 current and former employees, says Google is trying to weave AI across search, cloud, Android, Maps, and YouTube, with multiple teams and layers of approval slowing decisions and creating competing efforts. Google telling me in a statement that it is testing Gemini 3.5 Pro with partners, shipping quickly across a range of models, and working with the U.S. government on model testing and safety standards. But Leslie, with Alphabet reporting earnings in less than a week, this does call into question whether Google's enormous distribution advantage can offset signs that rivals are still leading at the frontier, particularly on coding.
So the reason I wanted to play that one first, right, is because I think this one was like maybe a week and a half ago. And investors are so funny. Like for them to react to Google, probably the biggest company in the world, right? To react to Google because they're behind, they're a little bit delayed on their Gemini models. They still have Google search, Google ads, Gmail, Google like the docs and stuff like that, right? They have the Google web platform. They have all this stuff. But because they're a little bit delayed on their AI models, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Sell it off, 4% drop, sell off Google. That's why for me, like, I don't buy into that part, especially for tech, right? Especially for tech. If I knew that I dropped 4%, I'm like, oh man, I gotta buy some more Google right now. Google is so powerful that if they're selling off for delays in their 3.5 Pro, oh my God, they're behind. I'm not worried at all. But now let's get into this. Google debuts new Gemini models to compete. So a week earlier, McKinsey is talking about Google is delayed in their 4% drop. And now Google updates Flash AI models just ahead of their earnings.
Alphabet just rolling out some new Gemini models a day ahead of earnings. Our Mackenzie Sagalos has more on that. Morning, Mac.
Hey, good morning, Carl. So Alphabet debuting 3 new models this morning, taking on Anthropic in both coding and cybersecurity as it looks to regain momentum. Now, the biggest addition to the Gemini lineup is a specialized cybersecurity model that can find, validate, and patch software flaws, Google's clearest answer yet to Anthropic's Mythos, but at a fraction of the cost of larger models. And as we've seen with Mythos, the more powerful these cyber models become, the more sensitive the question of who gets access. Google is initially limiting this one to governments and trusted partners as Alphabet's AI chief Demis Hassabis meets with lawmakers on Capitol Hill today about how to police models like this one. Now, beyond cybersecurity, Google is also trying to close the gap in coding, where Claude Code and OpenAI's Codex have largely overshadowed Gemini. Its new general-purpose Flash model.
I would say that Gemini's coding has always worked lovely for me for the work that I've done. Not like I use Claude Code mostly at work because they're paying for it. But when I'm paying for it at home, I use Claude Code. I'll probably say 3% of the time I use Claude Code. 1% of the time I use OpenAI's Codex, and the rest of the time I'm using Gemini for the work that I do.
Improves coding performance while using up to 17% fewer tokens to complete the same task. And finally, a new slimmed down version of their Flash model, which you can think of like the workhorse that handles repetitive tasks, that really widens Google's price advantage across the lineup and highlights its greatest edge, owning the models, chips, and cloud infrastructure, because that gives it more control over cost and capacity. Kimi K3 won attention last week for beating Fable 5 on some coding benchmarks, but then hit a compute wall, forcing it to pause new subscriptions. Google doesn't have that problem. And after taking heat last week over delays,
Google has their own infrastructure as well, so they're able to, like, you can't mess with Google, right? Because they're and that's why like I'm afraid when these companies get so big, because the government wants to come after them, and they're like, oh, you know, antitrust. I'm like, look, if I build it, you cannot take it. If I build it, you cannot take it, right? So like, I am truly with it. Google is a powerhouse because Amazon doesn't have their own AI, right? They haven't built their own AI. NVIDIA, they have infrastructure. They have the GPUs mainly, right? But they don't have their own AI. They don't have their own warehousing, from my understanding, all of that, right? Google has the software. They have the hardware. They have the AI models. They have the customer base. Google is able to unleash, let me see how many Gmail accounts are there in the world. There are approximately 1.8 billion active users on Gmail. But because users typically maintain an average of 1.7 account each, the total number of Gmail accounts is estimated to be closer to 3 billion. That means that Google is able to released their AI models to 1.8 billion active users, about 3 billion accounts, to 3 billion Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. They are a massive distribution company. So you might say, oh, they delayed their models by a week. They wanted to get it right. And I commend them for wanting to get it right. And once they released it, like I'm telling you, I think this weekend I'm going to do a video about Google Spark because I have access to it now and see how that works. But they're patient. They're not going to like just throw out trash, throw up trash and like it's like, oh, here we just had to beat Claude, and OpenAI and Claude they don't have the distribution, and they're more expensive.
Google is giving investors a clear roadmap on the eve of earnings. Its next Pro model is being tested with partners as we speak, while its largest ever training run is underway now for Gemini 4. Shares, though, down almost 1% right now, guys.
Yeah, they were up nicely on the reports of the AI chip yesterday, though. Mackenzie, thank you.
See? People are schizophrenic investors because they will like, oh, this down one, like because this bad news, oh, we gotta sell, and then oh, good news, we gotta buy. I'm like, y'all be in y'all feelings. See, y'all like the guy who slapped the kid in the back of the head because you're in your feelings. I roll with winners. I roll with the winners. All right, that's how I see it. That is how I see it. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Google dropping these new powerful models to combat Anthropic's Claude Code and OpenAI new models, and to get it at a cheaper price as well? Do you think that Google will overpower Claude, or there's like it's all hype, and they have no chance in hell against Claude Code? Let me know your thoughts. Drop me a comment below. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. Go to techcoachralph.dev. Join us for our Vibe Code and Chill. Join us for our Scrum Nights. Get access to Resume Flow, the Tech Barbarians coaching portal, the Speak Precisely app over at techcoachralph.dev. And join us in the Discord to have these type of conversations, get help with coding questions. If you have any ideas, thoughts, you want to share your progress, we support each other in the Discord. The link is in the description. All right. Let's go to a comment. We got my guy, Monica. What is THE? What is THE? I was trying to think what it was, but I don't know. What is THE? Other than the word the. But what was that supposed to be? My guy Rod Brown says, I would assume Amazon and Nvidia have their own private AI models though. I mean, I know that Amazon has like their AWS has their internal AI help thing, Amazon Q, but I don't think they have their own actual models that they make available to customers. But they do make existing models available to other people. So you can use like Bedrock and you can get access to Claude, or you can get access to maybe OpenAI, like whatever models that they have in there, you can get access to that. And they also give you the infrastructure where you can build out your own model. So you can get like a Google Gemma, install it on SageMaker, and you can run it that way. But they don't have they're not an AI company itself, right? You know what I mean? They're not an AI company itself. Same way as Nvidia, they're not an AI company itself. They'll do support, like they'll support AI stuff like Nvidia has like that Nemo Claw, which is supposed to be a safer open claw. It's like a wrapper for open claw, from my understanding. So they have the tools, but it's not like they have their own AI. They're just not an AI model company, but Google does everything, right? So that's how I see it. Monica says Google is fine. They own their own infrastructure. The the other two, Anthropic and OpenAI, have to pay for it, so they need the hype. That is true. That is true. But yeah, like it's just different because Google built a whole ecosystem. They were actually the people who started working on the AI stuff first with DeepSeek, and then OpenAI came out of nowhere and overtook them, and then OpenAI had some issues, and then came Anthropic, but then Google came back with a fear, like boom, here's Gemini. Remember what was the name of the one like before Gemini? Was it Bart? I think Google had Bart. That was a major fail. But they repurposed it. They called it Gemini, and they're like, "Oh, here's Gemini," and they came with the fire. They came with the fire. They came with the what? Came with the fire. Rara says a lot of companies built their own models for privacy and security. Though that is true. That is true. And they're probably like building it upon an existing model, and then they have like a RAG or something like that. So like they might get a Gemma, keep it internal, and that's what they could use. That's what they can use like Amazon SageMaker for, because the infrastructure to run these AI models are super duper power. Like it's a lot. It's a very resource intensive. So they might get a SageMaker from AWS, and then like they installed Google Gemma, so it's not learning off, like it's not feeding the information back to Google, and then they'll do like they'll put their RAG to it and stuff like that. But yeah, you're totally right, and that's what I said too. I believe that in the very, very near future, the use of OpenAI, the use of Claude Code, if they don't get their spending under control, like if they cannot give you clear token costs, that they are going to go down because companies are going to build their own models, and they'd rather pay for the infrastructure cost to host it instead of paying, like throwing money into a black box, because you don't know how much Anthropic is going to charge. You don't know how much OpenAI is going to charge. You don't know how much Gemini is going to charge. So they're like, you know what? We're going to build out our own models. We're going to give it the context that we need for the work that we do. They might have some other like model for coding that they just keep updating it and test that out. And I'm pretty sure a lot of companies are working on that already, right? Instead of, oh, we're just gonna just keep throwing money at Anthropic, and you're not really getting nothing really back from it. And they say that they're not training off your data, you know? So that's how I see it. That's how I see it. Let me know what you think, all right? All right, let's jump into our very, very last topic of tonight. What is that topic, y'all? What is that topic? That topic is oh my God. Hold up. Did I not update this one? Give me a second. I didn't update it. Let me go with, that was the other one. Let's go with that. Boom. All right, so let me do that again, just so we get a good marker. Let's do, all right, cool. Let's get this last one in here. OpenAI's model, it went rogue. It found itself creeping into another company's model or something like that. I don't know. Let's run out what happened.
Also tonight, more drama and at least a degree of mystery over this absolutely wild piece of, like, I don't know, tech on tech crime, kind of. The thing that tech experts have been sounding the alarm about over AI. It looks like it happened, with OpenAI saying 2 of its models basically went rogue and hacked another company during a test. We're going to break it down. Brian's going to join us in a second. Brian Chung. Here's.
All right. How much do you want to bet that 90% of what they just said is more hype, hyperbole? Is hype short for hyperbole? I don't know. Anyways. My mind is going wild. How much you want to bet that after we actually hear this story, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like it was kind of like that story about how the Claude AI threatened the engineer to say that he was having an affair. How much on the bet it's like that?
Here's the deal. OpenAI says it was doing a test that included a new system that powers ChatGPT. They wanted to see, okay, how well can it go after like cybersecurity holes? This test was supposed to happen in what these folks call a sandbox. You know what a sandbox is in real life? It's like that on the internet. Like it's a secure server. They can test these things without actually hacking anything. But the AI models got out.
I don't know if that's necessarily what a sandbox is, but okay. I mean, I work on sandbox environments all the time. I don't know if that's necessarily what you call a quote unquote sandbox. I think a sandbox is whatever you define it to be, but okay.
The sandbox and onto, you know, the playground, aka the internet. So what did it do when it got out there? Well, the AI did the thing that everybody else does, which is it went online. It tried to find another system to be able to get answers to the test. They landed on this site, Hugging Face. That's like a digital library, sticking with the theme here, a bunch of AI systems. While looking for answers, they found security gaps in that site. They used credentials it stole to hack into that infrastructure. Like what? It's happening. OpenAI says it's unprecedented. They say they're reinforcing their safeguards. The aforementioned Brian Chung is joining us now.
Is this what we're doing? Is this a story? So you ask it to do something, right? You ask it to do something in a quote unquote sandbox that has access to the internet, and you're surprised when it goes into the internet and does what you want it to do.
Bruh. Like so into
I'm gonna get our follow-up video ready.
this partly because I feel like so much of what I was seeing over the course of the last 12 hours were all these really smart tech people going, oh my God, the thing that we've been warning about is here. Like, this is the thing we're going to look back on in 10 years and say, remember that? That's when we knew that, like, AI was taking over humanity. Or I'm being somewhat hyperbolic, but that's part of it. I mean, like, so reality check. How concerned should we be about this?
Yeah, and you kind of described it quite aptly, that it's like a sci-fi movie. It's like the mad scientist creates the creation, and then it jumps out of the box and starts freaking out. In this case, the thing that got outside of the box was an agent that was powered by OpenAI models, and under the directive of trying to figure out vulnerabilities, well, first off, it connected itself to the internet. It was actually in that sandbox, as you mentioned, where it did not have access to the internet. It connected itself to the internet, and then it found these login credentials to what you just described there, Hugging Face, and was
How, Sway, how? If the sandbox environment does not have access to the internet, that means the cable is not plugged in, the Wi-Fi is not turned on, whatever. You're telling me that that model was able to go into the computer settings, turn on Wi-Fi. That means you must have gave it access to do whatever it wanted. So it's not that, oh my God, these people, they don't know how AI works at all. Because if I don't give my Claude Code full access to accept everything and basically do whatever it wants, then it's going to ask me, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And I have to say, yes, yes, yes. You control what it has access to. Right? And it goes onto a public website called, it could have created its own account on Hugging Face. It didn't need to quote unquote still create. I have an account on Hugging Face. You can create your own damn account.
Able to hack into their servers and really exploit those vulnerabilities. And again, this all happened by itself. Now, here is what OpenAI said in a statement. They said that this was after Hugging Face disclosed a new kind of security incident. OpenAI acknowledges that this is one of a kind. It's the first that they have seen, and they also expect this to happen more frequently. In a statement from Hugging Face, they said this incident, possibly the first of its kind, proves a point we've long believed: AI safety won't be solved by any single company working in secret, which I think brings up a very interesting point, Hallie. It's only because these companies actually told us that this happened that we even know that this happened. As you point out, many people have been warning that this could happen, but now that we've actually seen it, it's essentially Pandora's box open. How many other companies might experience the same thing now that the AI is this smart? That's an open question.
But how do you close the Pandora's box? In other words, how do you put the toothpaste back in the tube? You know, it's hard to think about building a bigger sandbox when you have models as powerful.
Yeah, well, the saying goes, you cannot put the toothpaste back in the tube. What they call alignment is the concern here. That, again, the capability and the power of these AIs is proven because it literally connected itself to the internet and then hacked another AI company. But how can you create these guardrails within the construction of these AI models so that they are aligned for acting properly, for not breaking the rules, for not jumping outside the sandbox when it's not supposed to jump out of the sandbox? Is that something Congress needs to legislate? Is that something that these companies need to do a better job?
Are you kidding me here?
Those are the big questions here. But again, OpenAI almost doing a little bit of a victory lap here. They're saying, look, we did this, not Claude. I mean, I think this is a very much it's a competitive story as well. Some of these AI models are very much very powerful, and the companies behind them are saying, look, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I was going to say, like, so let me ask you this then. Is there there's been some discourse that, like, maybe this is, partly Sam Altman, doing a little marketing. Oh, my AI is so powerful. My steak is so juicy. Like, boo, it makes it kind of look good, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
what do you make of that?
Anthropic did the same thing. We were talking about Mythos just a few months ago where they were warning about the possibility of being able to jump out and exploit vulnerabilities themselves. Here's OpenAI actually doing it. And in their blog post, they had like a chart that said, hey, look, AI, from ChatGPT and OpenAI is so much more powerful than Claude. You don't put that chart in there if you're not trying to dunk on somebody.
Brian Chung, boy, have fun on that beat for the next 5 years. I'm sure we'll talk basically every week. Appreciate you. Thank you.
We thank you for watching. And
I will say that those who are in tech, those who can do tech, they do. And those who can't, they're on the news.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but
you remain one.
I love that scene so much. I love that scene so much. Look, y'all. Let me break it down for you, right? Sandbox environments do have access to the internet. If they had configured their sandbox environment to be in like what they call a VPC, a virtual private network, and they have access restrictions on it. If they don't give the model access to controlling their they're probably I don't know if they're using Microsoft Azure, if they're using AWS, whatever it is, if they don't give their AI access to the configuration, then it's not going to be able to do it. They put it on auto mode to just go and do, right? It had access to the internet because if it doesn't have access to the internet, it can't go anywhere. So it already had access to the internet, right? And Hugging Face is a public site. If somebody has their credentials stored in GitHub and it finds it, it's gonna use it. Like this is a nothing burger, a big fat juicy nothing, and not juicy Smollett, but juicy as in juicy steak, right? A big fat juicy nothing burger. All right. Monica called it all hype by OpenAI. It did the impossible. I could have my cloud do that right now if I wanted to. I like, all right, go and do that. I can go get Fable, spend about $500 to $1,000 and go find some site to hack, and it's gonna do it, right? There's no chance in hell that I'm spending that much money on that for this, right? But it's not like, it's not surprising. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. I don't think it went rogue. I think it did exactly what they asked it to do. It said, go and do this. It said, okay, cool. It had a sandbox environment can definitely have access to the internet. It's however you configure it. And if it didn't have access to the internet, then it would get it couldn't do anything they were asking it to do. AI needs the internet. Come on, son. And Hugging Face like, oh, we all warned about this. Shut up. I'm not impressed by this whatsoever. This seems like it was par for the course, like exactly what they wanted to happen happened. It might not even be true.
Bruh.
Anyhow, what do you guys think about this ordeal? Do you think that OpenAI really did escape the sandbox, escape from what is that prison that they have that's in that ocean with shark infested water? But do you think it really escaped from that? And Rob, so you think that was cute? You know what, Farad, bro.
So that was cute.
But it's like, do you think that this was a big deal that OpenAI really escaped a environment, like it created it OpenAI invented the internet because it didn't exist on that sandbox, and then it invented the internet in a short amount of time, and then it connected, and then it went, oh, let me go find a website. Oh, Hugging Face looks like a good one. Oh wait, I need some credentials. Let me go and find somebody's credentials and log into it and blah 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 blah. Here the real question is, does OpenAI get the bug bounty for finding that loophole inside that back door inside of Hugging Face? That is the real question. How much does OpenAI get for the bug bounty? That's what I want to know, because I don't think OpenAI did anything special, anything impressive. I might go and get OpenAI right now to go and start doing these bug bounties so I can get some money. I want my money.
More money, more money, more money.
I'm not amused. I'm not impressed whatsoever. You see my straight face? See my straight face? I'm not impressed. Cute, definitely a cute story though. All right, very cute.
So that was cute.
Yep. Very cute. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts below. Drop me a comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know every time we go live and drop new content as well. techcoachralph.dev. Join us for Vibe Code and Chill. Join us for our Scrum Nights. Get access to Resume Flow, the Tech Barbarians coaching portal, and the Speak Precisely app over at techcoachralph.dev. And join the Tech Coach Ralph Discord. Get help with your homework. Get help with coding. Ask us questions. Collaborate with us. Find people you can work on projects with. Whatever it is, we gotcha. We gotcha over in the Tech Coach Ralph Discord. The link is in the description. All right. That's it, y'all. That's it. What a great show. What a great show. I truly appreciate every last one of you guys. Let me check the chat as we wrap things up. Rob Brown says, for the amount people pay for Anthropic, I would hope they are not going broke. They might follow suit with SpaceX. To me, I see Anthropic, I see OpenAI, even Gemini to some extent. I see token purchases the same way that the plasma TVs and the LCD TVs were back in like 2000 to 2010. When 2010, like they were like, for a 32-inch flat screen, which was not really flat, it was like over $1,000. Now you go to Walmart, and you can get a 85-inch TV for less than 70. Let me see it real quick. You can get a 85-inch flat screen LCD, super thin, 4K or 8K or whatever for less than $700, right? Let me see. 85-inch TV. Oh, come on. 85-inch TV. Remember the guy from The Wire? Look at this. Let me do this real quick. Watch this. A Vizio 85-inch TV, 85-inch, less than $600. A TLC, and it's a smart TV, $600. Vizio Quantum 4K 85-inch, $698. TLC 85-inch 4K, $678. Hisense, $658. LG, the cream of the creme de la creme, $848. Vizio, $768. On the cheap Walmart brand, $398 for a 75-inch TV. Samsung, 85-inch, less than $1,000, plus tax, of course. Vizio, 86-inch. Samsung, 85, $900. Hisense, Philips. Back in the day, a 32-inch was double that. So it's how it's going. Monica says this OpenAI story is all hype. Did we not call it or what? Monica says, why can't one of these systems like credit card systems and wipe out everyone's credit card bills, clear out everyone's mortgages, something useful like that? That would be some real news. That's a fact. That is a fact. But then the company's gonna come after you like, oh, there was a glitch in the system. Now you have to either go to jail or keep your or pay back the house. Like, yeah, pay back the house. I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to jail. Whose song is that? I ain't going back to jail. Is that I think that's DMX. I ain't going back to jail. Break into and wipe out, not write out. My fingers. You good. I got you. It says they seem to only break into safety. right. You see, you get the gist. Robert says my steak is so juicy is wild to say. You said it, not me. She might as well say my milkshake. Oh, see, I'm just saying. Robert says this is a so you think that was cute? You think that was cute?
So that was cute.
You ain't lying. Anyways, y'all. We are at it. We are at the end of the show. Whew, we did it. Great topics, great conversations. I really appreciate every last one of you guys for hanging out with me. We had a great time. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Remember, tomorrow we have the bug bite. We're going to be talking about Apple suing OpenAI for trade secrets infringement. You know, OpenAI was wild. They were wild. It is a crazy story. You don't want to miss it. We're gonna have a vibe code and chill on Saturday. We're gonna have Junior. We might have life lessons. We have Tiffany. We have Gabe. We have myself talking about different topics. You don't want to. I'm going to tell you this right now. Gabe is going to talk about an amazing topic, how he is getting his foot in the door of the industry, especially for testing with Upwork. So you definitely want to be there. If you are in the market and you're trying to say, how can I get some experience? He is going to give you the game. So you definitely want to be there. Tiffany's going to be talking about how she is learning Python through AI. You don't want to miss it. All right. You definitely want to be there. If you do miss it, it will be available on playback in the Patreon. All of that good stuff. We're going to be back live on Sunday as well, continuing to review this tech news and where things are at. But that's everything. That is everything for tonight. Do me a favor as we wrap it up. If you have not done so already, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. TechCoachRalph.dev. That's where you're going to find us for Vibe Code and Chill this coming Saturday and every other Saturday. That's where we have Scrum Night, the alternating Sundays, where the Tech Barbarians are wrapping up their last sprint, what they worked on and what they're going on for the next one. How we plan our every other week. And then we have you get access to Resume Flow to get your resume right. You get access to the Tech Barbarians coaching portal to organize your goals, to organize around that. And you get access to the Speak Precisely app coming soon so that you can help organize your speech. So you're not saying, all of that. So that is what we are bringing to you. That is part of the benefits of the Tech Coach Ralph membership. As well, join us in the Discord. The link is pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description so that you can hang with us, rock with us, learn with us, all of that good stuff. We help My guy Junior, my guy Rod Brown always says iron sharpens iron, and that's what we look to do in the Tech Culture Off Discord. Looking forward to seeing you there. But y'all, until next time, you guys know, you know the deal. We're out. We are out. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Damn, damn, damn!
Why you looking so hard? You worried about the wrong play, man. Go look in the mirror. Dust. You on my page before you brush your teeth. You stuck in my gram while I'm in the streets. You worrying about my bag, worrying about my wins. You ain't worrying about your pockets looking paper thin. Look at you, man, mustard, can't be trusted. Hating on my shine cause your whole life busted. You could be doing so much if you looked at you, but you rather look at me. That's the bump in you. I don't vote, you ain't winning, do it that your own. I'm sorry, I don't feel no pity. You climb this birds, I'm in the city. Come on, with greedy eyes instead of the mirror. Asking who my life for unspotted. I'm in the dark, damn, go hard. Stop looking my window, got the mirror. Yeah, heard about my downfall, that's why your name clear. You're dusty. Stop looking my window, go look inside your mirror. You could be winning too, bro, winning too, but you rather be a failure. I don't feel you, I don't see you, I don't hear you. You just a gnat in my ear, I just brush you off. You just mad cause I'm the boss and you're looking soft. You ain't willing to do the work that I've done. I was up at 4 a.m., you was having fun. I was 72 hours fasting, getting my mind right. You was on the timeline, starting up a new fight. But the fight ain't with me, man, the fight is with yourself. You could have the same damn drive, you could have the wealth, but you rather be a critic, you rather be a troll. While I'm knocking down goals at the Super Bowl, I don't feel no pity, I don't feel remorse that you chose to stay immune. Well, I'm a damn horse, this a race and you ain't even at the starting line. Too busy drawing pictures of my finish line. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You worried about my downfall, that's why your vision ain't clear. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You could be winning too, bro, winning too, but you rather be a failure. Let's get it. My focus is on growth, my focus is on winning. My focus is on the next chapter, just beginning. I'm too busy, man, my calendar is packed. I'm too busy building up, I'm too busy building stack. I'm coaching up the team, I'm on the match, I'm on the string. I'm building in the world, I'm living out the dream. And you were not a factor, you were not a threat. You were just a bad investment, you were bad. I'm not sorry for you, I'm not sorry for the facts. That I'm out here running up the score to the max. I don't see you, you are invisible to me. Cause I'm everything you're jealous of, scared to be. Real talk, if you took a little time and focus on your own success instead of on my damn downfall, you wouldn't be so dusty. Ha. Maybe you should try it if you wanna win, but you won't. Get a life, man. Stop watching mine. Go get some money.